Here's the steps I would have taken. Here's the steps I would have taken to start in multifamily if I could have started all over again. What I did is I went and I spent $200,000, and this $200,000 was broken up into a bunch of things. Number one, I spent $50,000 with a multifamily course that was like a high level networking with a lot of people. I got a lot of value out of it, but I did nothing with it. That's on me. That's not on them, but that's a lot of money. I then spent $1,500 a month for basically 4 years in another multifamily group. And that was good, but I wasn't invested in any deals with them. And then the list goes on and on. I paid $10,000.
So I think for him, he figured out the money's in teaching. If he paid $50,000 for a multifamily course, did nothing with it, then $1,500 a month or for 4 years, I think he figured out the money's in creating a course, and that's what he did. And for him, that's probably true. Oh, this is what he learned.
Jumping in multifamily is I would have become a partner on someone else's back. Okay, we call this being an LP. What does LP stand for, guys? What does LP stand for? Yeah, see, there you go. You've got Jock Rosario says, I wish I would have done the same thing.
So let me tell you about LP, or a limited partner. When you're the limited partner, you ain't gonna need pull. I mean, unless it's expressly written that with a certain amount of percentages, you and the other partners together can have a commanding decision. You got nothing. In other words, you're powerless. This is why I teach people to invest for themselves. You hold the reins. If you don't hold the reins, if you let somebody else have the control, then you're going nowhere. They can sit on this thing forever and your money's tied up. And you can't borrow money against your percentages of that partnership. It's not bankable.
$100,000 on multifamily education, Jock is saying, and he should have just put it into an actual deal. Okay, limited partner. Okay, so you can become an actual partner. So for example, here's what a partner does for you. This is where I would be taking notes, okay? This is where, in my opinion, this is where you should start. Become a partner in someone else's deal, off someone else's back.
I'm telling you the exact opposite. This is what you should not do.
What does that mean? That means, for example, Subto Fund, right, has a team. We have a gentleman named Ted Head who runs the fund. He's awesome. We've got a team of 7 people that are running this fund. Does anybody feel confident to go and hire 7 people right now and have payroll of 7 people? And do you even know what these positions are that you would hire? No, it's scary, right?
Yeah, and unnecessary too, by the way.
Hey, that's super scary. So you've got acquisitions, you've got investor relations, you've got asset management, and you've got admin, right? Currently. Plus we've got outside finance people, all of that kind of stuff. Cool. So that is what a fund looks like. A fund is a team of people that are looking for assets, right? You've got the acquisition department. You've got a team that's raising capital. That would be Brittany. You've got people like Jamie, who you're going to meet today, that manage the actual assets and run the team and their boots on the ground, running with the contractors, et cetera. That's what a fund looks like. Think about the payroll that is associated with that. It's expensive.
I'd like to see the asset that they bought and see the profit that they turned, because that is what I don't think you're ever going to see. So look, just to put my money where my mouth is, I just want you to see these are all assets that I have personally negotiated and bought by myself. I started with nothing. I was a millionaire by the time I was 30. I was in my late 20s, and every one of these deals had absolutely nothing to do, like that 100 grand. Talk about that 100 grand, right? The 100 grand that he talked about, like, what would you do if you had 100 grand? See these apartment buildings? I bought this apartment building for $130,000. I sold it for $650,000. Okay, this one, I bought this apartment building for $210,000. I sold it for a little over $1.1 million. Okay, this is another one, an owner carry. I paid $400,000 for it, and I sold it for $560,000 in a very short time. Let's talk about relative to those kinds of numbers. Here's an industrial building. I bought this industrial building. I bought it for $240,000. I sold it for $1,725,000. Okay, made over $1.5 million on that. And what did I buy with that? I bought something even bigger and better. And that's what I teach you to do, is to take your money and parlay it into much, much more. In fact, here's the asset I bought with that. I took that $1.7 million and I used that, and I bought this building for $2.8 million. And this building is worth $4 million. So I made $1.2 million the day that I bought this property in equity. The other one already, like I said, I put $240,000. I sold it for $1,725,000. So, that was cash. Now, it didn't touch me because I did a 1031 and rolled it right into this property. Listen, these are the kinds of things that I would have a lot more respect for Pace if he gave this kind of information. And really, even for the students, I'd have more respect for Pace's students. What I find is a bunch of gullible, naive people that don't do their due diligence. And that's why, is for the things spoken. You look at a success story and you go, oh, it must be successful. And you don't delve deeper. If you delved a little deeper, you'd see, oh, God, wait, something doesn't smell right here. And yeah, we'll go back to this. And there's, of course, go watch these. These are Pace's Subto success stories. These aren't me calling them successes. I don't think any of these people are successful. That is what you need to look at. That's what you need to compare with. Let's watch a little more of this and I'm going to kill it.
And so what I would do is I would rather go, I'm going to invest with this team. And when I'm going out there, and when I get to step number 2, I'll get to 2 right now, or in about 2 minutes, I'll get to step number 2. I now get the credibility of being a partner on 160 or 21 units now we're adding. So I get the credibility of being a 181 unit partner. So one thing that we do a little bit different, this is something that's going to be going out in the next week or so.
Credibility? What's the credibility? Bank ain't going to respect you. That's nothing.
Anybody that is a partner in the Subto fund will be getting all the photos, all the video, all the drone shots. And 2 weeks ago, we'll do the same thing multiple times, but 2 weeks ago, I invited all of our partners to come and hang out with me in Tucson at the 160 unit deal we bought for $20 million on seller finance. And so you get the ability to use that asset as credibility for step number 2. Okay. And being able to be boots on the ground on an asset you own, be able to take photos, create videos for your own website, for your own business cards, for your own Instagram, for your own YouTube, all of those types of things give us credibility, right? Being able to say, hey, I'm a partner on 181 units. If you are doing outreach.
That's not the credibility you want, folks. Credibility is you want the bank to respect you because you have money in the bank or you have assets that you personally have control of.
Okay, so now you're thinking, I want to go do my own deal. So let's talk about this. Step number 2, I now want to go do my own deals. If I want to go do my own deals, what am I doing, right? This is me.
So I think it's going to discourage you from doing your own deals. I just showed you. I've made tens of millions of dollars doing my own deals. Now he's going to say, oh, you need a team of 7 people. How'd you like the payroll for 7 people?
I'm either A, reaching out to sellers directly, or B, working with brokers, or C, working with wholesalers who have multifamily deals under contract. Do you agree that all the sellers on multifamily properties are probably going to want to know who is the person that I'm going to seller finance this property to? And do you think that sellers might ask the question if they are being represented by a broker, like, well, who's this person? What's their experience? Do they own other assets? Can you show me the other assets? Okay.
Nobody gives a shit. Listen, you have credibility if you have the wallet, right? I can tell you right now, this is hogwash. You test sincerity with the wallet, right? You know, they say cash talks, bullshit walks. This is a setup to get you to part with your money to give it to Pace's fund or whatever.
So for example, the 160 unit deal that we all own in the Subto fund, when we worked with that broker, Ryan's going to tell you the story of that. The broker said, well, what does your assets under management look like? We call it AUM, assets under management. Or they'll say, what's your schedule of real estate owned? They call it an SREO.
See, they talk all this bullshit that nobody really cares about. This is typical stuff. Glad I got to do a little live on live or a piece of it. Listen, the only way to make money in real estate is to know your market, buy it under market, and you can make a lot of money. Look, you just need a little guidance. If you just got here, get my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. Certainly hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. There's a fortune to be made in real estate. You just need a little guidance. Take a look at all my investors at FlipanythingUSA. These are people like me and you.